Dr. Sleuth here, and today I have some Nightmare Before Christmas Diamond Select Gallery PVC statues. And I also have a couple Grand Jester Studios statues as well that are also PVC or a type of plastic material. And Grand Jester Studios is a line from Enesco. It's an Enesco branded product. And so I pretty much was just doing the Grand Jester Studios ones to kind of compare quality between the two different companies. And so first I'm going to do is this Jack, I already have him out of the box. This Jack Skellington here in Oogie's Lair. And as you can see, he is on, let's move these guys out of the way. This slot machine figure here. You can kind of see his face right there. And let's move this out of the way. So here Jack is perched on top of this slot machine. And it's hard to see in the camera, but his face actually has a kind of a pinkish tint to it. You can see that. It's hard to see in the camera. It actually looks pretty good in the camera, but in person his head and hands have like a pink tone. And so I was wondering if you guys has had that too. I don't know if it's just that's the way they're colored, or if I just have one that has a factory flaw of some sort with the different colored paint. But yeah, his face definitely has that pinkish tone to it, orangey pink tone to it, which is kind of annoying because it's really the wrong shade. And then here, if you can see, his mouth is just a black line. They did not color in the these pieces here. And so if you look on the box, here's the box he came in. Oopsie. On the back, they show his face to be pretty much an off-white, and it looks these pieces on his mouth are colored in, so it looks really good on the box. And his foot's, you know, way out here. On mine, it's bent in because it is plastic. It's very formable, and once it kind of gets used to being in a certain position, it likes to stay there. It will just go back to it like that. So it's hard to reposition them once they've been set for so long. And also, my Jack has more of a pinkish tone to his face. Hard to see in the camera, but it's there. So there's that one. But otherwise, it's a really nice looking figure. I kind of wish they would have taken the time to color in the mouth like they did on the box. Like, this would have been great. And he is plastic, not resin. So less breakable. And I wish his leg was kind of in the right spot too, but it's in a little bit rather than up in the air more like this. Sorry. Should be more like that. But anyway, it's still pretty cool, and for a plastic figurine, it actually looks pretty good. And the plastic figurines, these PVC ones, are much cheaper than resin ones would be. I think this figure you can get off Entertainment Earth on sale for around $35. I don't know with that with shipping, if you can get free shipping if you spend so much money or something like that. But yeah, you can still buy this. And for $35 is a pretty good price for a figure of this size. A resin one would have been double that, if not triple. So it's I'm really growing on these plastic figures are really growing on me. I prefer, I do have some porcelain ones that are from WDCC, the Walt Disney Classics Collection line, that also look really, really good. But once again, they're porcelain and very high-end and thus very expensive. So if you're looking for like a lower value on something that looks good, I highly recommend these Diamond Select PVC figures, because you're getting a really nice looking statue for a fraction of what a resin or a porcelain statue would cost. And they're still pretty sizable. He's at least 12 inches tall, probably a little, maybe even a little taller. So that's pretty cool. If they would have just taken just a little bit more time and colored in the mouth and colored his face the right color, would have been really nice, because it is got a pink tone to it, unfortunately. So the next one I'm going to do is this Sally one. And she's just kind of just standing here, also, you know, plastic material, holding her basket. Here's the stone and some flowers, stone walkway down there, and the back. And they put a lot of detail and color into her hair. So pretty nice. And the next one I have is this Jack one. And he's perched up on this tombstone. This hand's, you know, out. And this one does have a white face. Unlike the other one that's got more of a pinky tan tone. This one does have a, his face is a stark white. It's almost like too bright for me. I'd rather it be a little toned, like maybe a gray undertone or a tan undertone, to kind of not make it look so bright. But other than that, he looks pretty good. And you can see his yellow teeth there. And of course, with the plastic figures underneath the head there, you're going to get that kind of a mold that's put together in that way. A resin statue would not look like that. And but from the front, it looks really good. So let's see if this Jack had that. And this one actually, they assembled it like that. I like this assembly better. But yeah, it still has a ring around it, where his head comes to his body. But yeah, this is a really cool pose. So yeah, I really like this one. This one's kind of, the pose anyway, it's kind of commands some presence here. It's very eye-catching. And the next one I have is, this is an exclusive, I think, to, I don't know who this was exclusive to. I don't know if it was, it says exclusive on it. I don't know if it was exclusive to a particular store. Usually if it is, it'll say what the store is. My guess is it's just a Diamond Select exclusive type thing. But yeah, here's Diamond Select Toys. And so here this box has, there's a zero there, it's cute. A window that pops open. And there he is inside there. And I think I bought this one from HotTopic.com. I don't know if they still have it. They might. So let's take him out of the box. Be very careful not to tear up the box. Oh wow, his bag moves. That's cool. So there he is. The paint job on the snow could have been a little better. It's kind of, looks like they could have used a couple more coats on there. But, and then we got this Zero who's got some like white texture on him. Some white like speckled paint. And then Chimney there. And this is also like a plastic piece here. And then there's a spacer right here where Jack's arm is. And this bag kind of moves around actually. Now this Jack's face looks really good. I mean, his mouth might be a little bit elongated coming down, but he has his mouth open. This beard's cute. And this little swirl here is cute. And then his coattails. And his head has some texture to it. So a lot of these plastic figures do have, like the paint job on here showing lots of different tones. Actually, these plastic figures, PVC figures, have a lot of, they actually have a lot of detail for a plastic figure, which is really nice. So they do display really neat, and much cheaper than resin figures would be, and less fragile. So there is a lot of perks to them. And they do look nice. I mean, it looks really nice. So, yeah, we'll set him there. And then I got another one I'm going to show you. That is an exclusive to GameStop. And that's this one here. It's called What's This? And it's Jack. He's got the whole of the umbrella here in Christmas Town. And it says only at GameStop. And this is also Diamond Select. So let's see if we get him out of the box real quick. This also has a window like that. That opens up. So let's open him up. I don't think I've ever opened this one. I haven't. Now this one, the first one I bought, actually was damaged. The umbrella was damaged, which is unusual for these plastic figures. I just never had one damaged before, so it was a new experience for me. The resin ones I do get sometimes receive damaged quite often, but not the plastic ones typically. So I'm just gonna... So here's the, oh cool, they got his footprints in the snow. So cute. Okay, let's see. Also, the face coloring on these is also the white. This one actually is kind of an off-white, which is nice. I like this face coloring better than the Jack on the tombstone. That was really stark white. This one also is a very stark white. But I like this better than the pinkish tone on the Jack and the Layer. So they fixed the coloring on this one at least. And once again, mouth hashes, or whatever you call these, not colored in, which is kind of annoying. You could probably do it yourself, but that's just more work, and you're altering a product. And so I don't typically do that. I won't do that. Too much time, and plus, as far as value goes, I'm not sure what it would do to the value. And here he is stepping in the snow on the roof. And here you see his footprints. So this one's really cool. I really like this one. And he's got the umbrella in his hand and a snowflake there as well. But down here, the roof looks really cool. Very pretty. Christmassy town looking roof there. They did a nice job with the roof, I think. The coloring on this roof is way better than the coloring on this right here. I like the chimney. Looks great though. Look at all the texture in the bricks. So these look really good. And here you can see where they have some gouges in the wood, and a wood texture there, or gingerbread. I think it's supposed to be gingerbread. Yeah, gingerbread housey looking. Looks like it might be made out of gingerbread house. So very cute. And I like the scaling on these Jack figures. It seems like they get everything right. Like the length of the arms and the legs and the coattails. And the fingers, they gave him 4 like he's supposed to have. And the size of the head looks all proportionally accurate. I wouldn't say it's like 100% accurate, but it looks good. I've seen where they made his arms look really long, or his legs too long, or his head too big or too small. So these look really good. And like I said, these are, you could probably get them between $35 and $45 for these. Which is a really good price for the size of figurine you're getting. And they do look really nice. And so now I'm going to show you the Grand Jester Studios. And now they're a little bit more expensive. They are an Enesco product. And here they are right here. Usually when you think Grand Jester Studios, you think of the busts. But they recently started making these PVC figurines. There's going to be a Pumpkin King Jack one that's coming out later this year, 2020, which I can't wait. I can't wait to get that. It's him, Pumpkin King Jack, on top of the Straw Horse. So I'm pretty excited to hopefully to get that, because these do look really good. But here you can see Jack has his face is like a grayish, creamy color, and he's perched also on top of a tombstone. And then here's Sally, whose hair is like blowing in the wind here. And these are PVC, like I said, the plastic material from Jester Studios. And I'm going to kind of show the difference between these and the Diamond Select ones. So here's let's do the Sally's first. Here you have the Diamond Select Sally, who is bigger, but for some reason, I don't know what it is, why this one looks, to me personally, this one looks better. And I don't know if it's just the paint job or just higher quality painting or what it is. This one looks very clean and crisp, whereas this one has more texture in the colors or something to it. And the same thing with the paint on her arms. For some reason, I mean, these really pop. And for some reason, these just look better. I mean, they're the same materials. They're both plastic. And there's more texture to her hair on this one. And just more texture in general. Just looks like it has more texture to it. I think that's what the difference is. I don't know if it's because of the paint or if there is actually more in the molding that they've done. And on the bases, this is like a harder plastic. This one's more of a rubbery plastic. It's still hard plastic, but I even think the bases, this one looks a little higher end. And so you have to tell me which one you like better. This one is smaller and actually more expensive than that one. But which Sally do you like better? Do you like the Jester Studios or do you like the Diamond Select one? This one's my favorite of the two. And it's not just the pose, it's just something about this one looks better to me. And so then now we'll look at the Jacks. Got my camera there. So we got kind of similar posing here. This Jack looks significantly bigger. I mean, it is. I mean, he comes at about to his elbow right here. But you got the same kind of thing going on. He's perched on some tombstones here. This one I think is more accurate as far as the movie is concerned. Singing Jack's Lament, he does get up on a tombstone in this way. And but this one, for some reason I think this one looks better than that one, even though I think his face is a little dark. It's a darker, like I said, it's got a lot of gray in it. This one is a stark white. And I don't know if it's like the toning in this one that makes the paint job look more sophisticated on this one than that one. And even with the hands, it's a darker gray color. Though the sculpting doesn't look any better. So, and there's this tie, bow ties. And the bases, very similar. In person, if you saw them in person, I mean, on camera they look about the same, but in person this one does look better to me. On the back you can kind of see what they've done with the coat. This one's probably more accurate with the straight lines versus kind of the curving. But for some reason I think it must come down to paint and texture. This one to me looks better than this one. And once again, you have to let me know which one you like better. Do you like the Diamond Select or the Jester Studios? And you can get these, you can get them off eBay. I'm sure other retailers may still carry them. I don't know if like places like Hot Topic or Fi have these. But they're not hard to find, and they've not gone up in value in any way. So you can get them. I think these you could probably get it for around $45, maybe a little less. I don't remember the value on these. And this one, same thing, thereabouts. And if you buy them like together as a pair, like you'll a lot of times see Jack with the Sally, like this one, on eBay as a pair, you might be able to get them a little cheaper. But they are very nice. And they're every bit as nice, in my opinion, as a resin statue. Even though these are PVC, they look really good. And so I think that's it, guys. That's all the statues I have here. And we'll go ahead and show them all again. Let's put Jack down here, and so you can get one last look at them. So we got Santa Jack in the back there, and Jack in Christmas Town in the front. And you have both those Jacks in the graveyard. And you have Sally with her hair blowing there, and Sally with the basket, and Jack in Oogie's lair. And like I said, later this year, Grand Jester Studios is supposed to be releasing a Pumpkin King Jack. If that's still in the works, I hope it is, because it looked really cool online. You can kind of see what it looks like if you go to inescobusiness.com. That is for wholesalers. It's not for sale there. Only retailers can buy from there, but you can at least look at their products. And so that's what I do. I go on there and I look, and you can see all the cool stuff that's coming out. And so that's going to conclude this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.